I am April Homewood. In this video, I'm going to summarise the workshops and relate one activity from each workshop to the Victorian curriculum strands. So in workshop 2, we focused on the voice. We examined a nursery rhyme and created a new verse which carried the meaning of the rhyme. For example, my group used Humpty Dumpty. We added a verse cautioning Humpty that no one is invincible and added percussion instruments and drama to our song before performing it to the class. We also did an audio recording performance of a script. The nursery rhyme activity can be related to the Victorian curriculum as such. Explore and express. We used our voice and instruments to develop a nursery rhyme verse. We used body percussion, instruments, the voice, and drama to express ideas and meaning. Music practices. We took a familiar rhyme and formed a new awareness, knowledge, and interpretation of it when composing the act. Respond and interpret. We analysed and interpreted the meaning of the nursery rhymes to compose and present a new verse. Present and perform. We used instruments and the voice to create an act, rehearsed the act, and then performed it to the class to communicate ideas and intentions. In workshop 3, we focused on dance and movement. We did different movement-related activities in the class and learned about Laban's movement principles. In particular, we did the My Mother, She Died rhyme. This activity involves singing the rhyme, dancing the actions, and performing your own action in the circle centre. Skills in this activity are following beat, movement, and improvisation. Assessment involved in observing students' progression in the skills and ability to improvise. This activity relates to the Victorian curriculum as follows. Explore and express. Imagination and response to feeling and movement were used when students gave their own movement in the circle centre. Dance practices. Movement techniques and skills were built on throughout copying the dances and presenting your own movements. Students utilised space and structure of movement. Respond and interpret. Dance was connected to drama with the action in the middle demonstrating how she died. Students responded to the ideas and mood of others' actions. Present and perform. Individual actions were presented in the circle centre to communicate intentions. All students then performed the action with the rest of the dance. In workshop 4, we focused on interpretive dance. We did 3 circle dances, and then we learned an interpretive dance to the curriculum and coin-operated boy. Coin-operated boy required active listening to the beat, rhythm, and words of the song before creating movements to express its meaning. Skills in this task involved being able to follow the song's lead when creating a dance. This was assessed by the ability to convey meaning through dance. In relation to the Victorian curriculum, coin-operated boy explored and expressed. We used dance movements to convey meaning and required students to use imagination and respond to the music when exploring movement and creating dance. Dance practices increased movement vocabulary and techniques when trying different movements to see what fit in the dance. Students refined their work in response to how it fit with the song. Respond and interpret. We reflected and analysed the dance as a choreographer in response to the music and reflected how the dance would present meaning to the audience. Present and perform. We planned our best to situate audience to convey meaning of the dance. We used expressive movement when performing to communicate ideas and intentions. Finally, in week 5, we focused on drama. We investigated Indigenous heroes and created an act about them. My group researched Mabo and the law of Terra Nullius before performing a humorous and informative skit to the class. Skills involve comprehending information and creating the script to perform. Assessment related to the ability to tell the story in a way that communicated ideas with the audience. This activity can be related to the Victorian strands as follows. Explore and express. Characteristics and settings were created to convey the setting of the situation. Drama and improvisation were used to explore and communicate what happened. Drama practices. A script was written and the body and voice were used to create characters and situations in response to the script. Respond and interpret. History of Mabo was interpreted to create a script for the act. Students questioned and analysed what was necessary to include in the best way to present their ideas. And finally, present and perform. We used the voice and body to communicate ideas when performing the act to the class. Thank you for watching my video and I hope that you have found it informative.